3, 2, 1, go. Big Ten college basketball on a Tuesday night. This is Across the Board with Jeff Grant here at SBRforum.com. Going to take a look at the Michigan State Spartans versus the Wisconsin Badgers at the Kohl Center in Madison, Wisconsin. Badgers opened up as 5.5-point home favorites. That number moved up to 6 in the betting market on early Monday night. Late in the evening, it moved back down to 5.5. It will be very interesting to see if there's any further movement in backing Wisconsin from this point, moving it back to 6 and even to the 6.5 threshold. More on that with my official pick. The total has held steady in the market across the board at 123. When you look at the Michigan State Spartans, they've won 5 games in a row. That includes a 59-56 win over the Ohio State Buckeyes as 3-point home favorites. They really jumped on the Buckeyes early in East Lansing, and it's so important in these Big Ten conference games that these teams hold service on their home floor. The Spartans really did it inside as well, finishing with a 34-14 advantage in points in the paint. And Tom Izzo, he's always tinkering with his lineup early in the season, especially right when they start Big Ten conference play. He's gone back to his original starting lineup that he started with the first 2 games of the year against the Buckeyes. So look to see what he does in this game if he's comfortable with that original starting 5. In the last 3 minutes of games, this team has really done its best work in conference play. 54.2% shooting from the field, 88.9% from the free throw line, and they average less than 1 turnover in those critical moments to seal victories. That is why they are 5-1 straight up in games decided by 5 points or less. I think the key player to handicap in this game is point guard Keith Appling for Michigan State. He's averaged 12 points per game in his career against Wisconsin. Not many people average over the course of a career a double-digit figure in scoring against the Wisconsin Badgers, and he averaged 16.3 points per game in the 3 meetings last year. All ended up being Spartan wins. He'll have to carry over that production into this one, because when I was handicapping this game, I looked at who were the leading players in this series a year ago, and of course Taylor of Wisconsin has gone the star point guard, but Michigan State is also without their leader from a year ago, and that would be Draymond Green, who went on to the NBA. He recorded a double-double in all 3 games last year. Wisconsin really suffered a setback last time out, 70-66 defeat to the Iowa Hawkeyes as 1-point road favorites. They came out of the gate sluggish, shooting 23.1% from the field in the first half. Could have been a letdown from that game victory on the road in Bloomington against the Indiana Hoosiers, but this program has really matched up well with Indiana, so I'd be a little cautious in just using that Indiana victory to simply lay the points here. Bo Ryan has had the best of Izzo on his home floor, 8-1 versus Michigan State at this particular venue. And the home team betting trend-wise is 13-4 against the spread in the last 17 meetings in the series. Of course, the Badgers enjoy one of the better home court advantages in all of the country, 86-9 versus conference opponents since the 2001-02 season. That is the best mark in the Big Ten on a home floor during that span. The Badgers are also all about their defense, something that Michigan State's going to have to deal with. The Badgers lead the conference, allowing just 55.8 points per game, and they are 7th though in field goal percentage defense. I think that's the key statistic when handicapping this game. They may lead the conference in scoring defense, but a lot of that is due to the fact of the pace that they play at. That's why I'm going to pick the Michigan State Spartans plus 5.5 as my official pick in this game. You can get more information on this game by following me on Twitter at Jeff Grant Sports. This has been Across the Board with Jeff Grant here at SBRforum.com. Cut.